Welcome to the Did You Know series of the Voices of Life podcast, a ministry of the Church for Life. A place where faith speaks, where history breathes, and where hope finds its voice again. Each episode is crafted to inspire, to strengthen, and to guide you on your walk with God. And now, to lead us through today's journey, here is your host, Pastor David.
Welcome to the Voices of Life. I'm Pastor David. Did you know that King George III, often remembered as a villain of American Revolution, did not begin his reign with hostility toward the colonies? In fact, George III was the first Hanoverian king born in Britain, raised to speak English, and determined to be patriotic. He wanted to be a principled type of monarch. He ascended the throne at just 22 years of age, eager to strengthen the empire he believed God had entrusted to him. But history took a sharp turn. After the 7 Years' War, Britain found itself drowning in debt. Nearly £130 million. Parliament believed the colonies, protected for decades by British troops, should help shoulder the cost. To London, this was a simple fairness. To the colonies, it was a violation of their rights as Englishmen. And here is where the king's goodwill came into question. Did you know that King George III did not personally hate the colonists? Most historians agree he wasn't driven by cruelty. But as resistance grew, boycotts, protests, petitions, and finally open defiance, the king's patience thinned. By the mid-1770s, George III believed the colonies were rebelling against lawful authority. Parliament's supremacy could not be compromised, and yielding to colonial demands might fracture the entire empire. So he was looking at the whole world and all the empires around the world, not just the 13 colonies. To him, this war was not about taxes, it was about constitutional order and preserving the unity of the global kingdom. But to the colonist, his refusal to listen felt like contempt. His approval of the Stamp Act, the Townshend Acts, and the Tea Act, and the Coercive Acts looked like oppression. His silence toward their petitions sounded like rejection. And so, in the minds of the people, the king's goodwill had vanished. Did you know that Thomas Jefferson aimed the Declaration of Independence directly at King George III? Not Parliament, not ministry, but the king himself. Why, you may ask? Well, because a single figure could unite 13 colonies in a common cause. The Declaration listed 27 grievances, painting George III as a tyrant who refused necessary laws, obstructed justice, kept standing armies in peacetime, and imposed taxes without consent. Whether or not he intended malice, the colonists believed he had abandoned goodwill and embraced coercion. Modern historians see King George III not as a monster, but as a monarch trapped in the machinery of imperial politics. He was defending what he believed was the God-ordained structure of the British Constitution. The colonists were defending what they believed were God-given rights of liberty. Two worlds collided, two convictions clashed, and a revolution was born. As John Adams later said, the American Revolution began in the minds and hearts of the people, long before the first shots at Lexington and Concord. So, did King George III lack good will toward the colonies? Perhaps not in his heart, but certainly in his actions. And actions, as Scripture reminds us, reveal the truth of a man's stewardship. May we learn from this moment in history that leadership without listening becomes tyranny. that authority without humility becomes oppression, and that freedom, once awakened, becomes a force no earthly king can silence. Thank you for joining me on this Voices of Life, Did You Know moment. May God bless you, and may He continue to guide this land in truth and freedom. Until next time, this is Pastor David.
Thank you for joining us today on the Voices of Life podcast, a ministry of the Church for Life. As we close, may the stories we share strengthen your faith, steady your heart, and remind you that God is present in every chapter of your journey. If this episode encouraged you, share it with someone who needs hope. And until we meet again, walk in truth, stand in courage, and keep listening for the voice that leads you forward. This has been Voices of Life. Peace be with you.